One of the most versatile and interesting instruments is the guitar. It comes in many different shapes and sizes. It's both beautiful and it's surrounded with variety. It comes in many different shapes and sizes. There's the acoustic, which is very relaxed and soulful. And then there's the electric, which is more rugged. You can create an entire song with just one single instrument without the need for others. We're going to take a look at the acoustic first. It has many wonderful attributes about it. It's a beautiful shape, it's quite wide, it has a very lovely color. Most of the time, acoustic guitars are made of wood. Let's take a listen to the sound. Very nice. The best thing to know about the acoustic guitar is it can function without any other instrument. It doesn't need any electrical cords, amplifiers, or anything else besides the actual instrument. You don't need to depend on your surroundings. You can be anywhere you want. You can play without any electricity because you don't need to plug it in anywhere, and you can sit around a fireside, outside, without any indoor enclosures, and you can just relax and be on the go. You can do it at your own leisure. You can be on the road away from the hassle of anybody else. You can do anything you need to do by yourself without, like I said earlier, electricity. You don't need to mess with any effects. You don't need to do any amplifiers. You don't need to be very knowledgeable about equipment. All you need is your guitar and your pick. We all know the acoustic is amazing. You can see by the wood, it's quite wide and it's quite beautiful. But another thing we can look at besides the acoustic guitar is the other variety, the electric. So as you can tell, the electric is much thinner and it's heavier. You can't feel it, but it's heavier. It's easy to flip and maneuver when you want to rock out on stage. So my arms are rather short in comparison to other people. So every now and then I have a little bit of a difficulty wrapping my arms around the acoustic. You can see the difference here. This is much smaller than the acoustic guitar, and it allows me to go ahead and wrap my arms around it easier. The possibilities with the electric guitar are endless. There's many different materials for the make of the guitar. It can be marble, it can be hard plastic, it can be metal, but it's rarely ever wood, though you do see that sometimes, but it will be solid wood. There's no hole in the middle here because you actually plug it in to an amplifier via this hole right here. The string thickness on the electric guitar is much thicker than the acoustic guitar. The reason for that is because it needs to be picked up via the amplifier. So they give a lot more leeway to what you can do with it. The electrical is heavier than the acoustic, so if you attach a strap, much like the one on my acoustic guitar, the weight kind of gets it becomes almost weightless, so you don't really notice the weight on it. So I kind of want to revisit a point that I made earlier. I had said that using only a guitar, you can create an entire song or an entire track. You can always add other instruments, that's never a problem. But you do have the opportunity to just use a guitar. Unlike the drums, you can't really have an entire song with just the drums, but you can with the guitar. So that's kind of nice. It's quite relaxing, or it can be at times, without any other instruments. They're not needed. So as you hear, if you just want to relax, does it sound like you need anything else? You don't need drums, necessarily. A person can sing an entire song without any other instruments. All you need to do is add lyrics, and you're good to go. Now I know that my guitar playing isn't spot on, but you kind of get the point. You can see how it could be used individually without anything else, and that's one of the reasons why the guitar is my favorite instruments. Whether you prefer an acoustic with its shape and body, or you prefer an electric, your possibilities are virtually endless. You have the freedom of deciding what sound you want, if you want to mess with electrical engineering, we could say, by using amplifiers and splicers and effects, which you can use with the acoustic guitar as long as you have a plug-in for it. But you have the ability to only use a guitar, and that is the best thing about it. You can mess with the electric guitar and have many different effects, or you can just be simple, on the road, on the go, with the regular acoustic guitar. So you should pick up a guitar, whether it be acoustic or electric, and experience it for yourself, because you're the only one that can really decide whether or not the guitar is for you. You just might find yourself when you find the guitar.